Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Fat Jocks. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for tuning in. You know what to do. Go over to Apple. Give us a damn 5-star rating. Give us a great review. If you got any questions, send it over to FatJocksPod@gmail.com. That is FatJocksPod@gmail.com. Today's episode, like every other episode, the best fucking podcast you've ever heard. Mr. Brian Bokey, what are we talking about?
We got a great one today, Bruce. Boy, do we get into it. We get into your gambling exploitations. We get into the UFC and boxing matches that happened last weekend. We go over some baseball scandals thanks to our friend Kevin Mather. What a load of content you've given us. We also discuss Gervonta Tank Davis's new traffic violation charges. We also get into the best suckets of all time. We pay tribute to the retired professional bowler, Pete Weber. Please do our podcast. All that and a whole lot more. I hope you guys enjoy.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
This fat son of a bitch. He's fat.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
He's fat.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
He's fat.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I couldn't care less about the team struggling.
You do have kind of Larry King-ish posture right now.
Up next for the full hour, Bruce Gray. He's a comedian. He's an eater. He's a sports fan. And for the next hour, he's a guest. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Gray.
Yeah, do you see yourself being somebody like Larry King where you kind of take it all the way to the end of working, or do you think that he should have? That's what I was going to say. I feel like he should have retired so long ago and he never did.
Yeah, those people are always like, working is what keeps me alive. And
yeah, if I stop working, I'll die.
Good. The guy was hard to look at. He was dead for 3 years. Jesus Christ. Quit taking all the oxygen.
Good. Just die already.
So Cardi B, tell me about your wet ass.
Yeah. So Cardi B, you've got a wet pussy? Is that what I'm being told?
From what I understand, your pussy is wet.
WAP. Tell me about WAP.
When I was a kid,
I never did like the wet pussy. Never did really quite get into it.
WAP, wet ass pasta. Is that what that Italian slur means? Oh, it's without papers. It's WAP, not wet.
That's pussy al dente, dude. Nice and
You
wet.
gotta throw your pussy on the wall.
Bitch, throw your pussy on the wall, and if it's thick, it's good shit. And you know good pussy be smelling like dog food.
Chef Boyardee at Def Jam.
Dude, now we're cooking. Dude.
Fellas,
Now the podcast is here.
You ever throw your pussy against the wall until it's thick?
Good pussy be smelling like dog food. Man, my girl took off her pants, a damn dog come running down the hall.
Shit, al dente I mean to the teeth, but bitch put teeth on my dick. I'll make her a meatball. Hit it.
Let's go.
The theme
Dude.
of Godfather kicks out.
Dude, did you watch UFC whatever was on this weekend? Oh no, you were doing a show. You were in Bakersfield. Where were you?
I was in Exeter. Before I went on stage, they go, just so you know, this town has a serious Klan reputation. Have fun. And threw me right up.
I don't think they do. I mean, they're probably known for racial insensitivity, but
There was a lot of cop merch.
in the bar or like where people were wearing it.
Yeah, they were wearing cop merch. No, the bar was not selling cop merch. Because if I see a bar selling cop merch, that just tells me they're trying to, they're probably trying to get in curry some favor to not be in trouble because they were breaking the rules. That show right now in California, in that county, because everything's county by county, they're supposed to be 25% capacity, but that motherfucker was 100% capacity for sure. I mean, your boy was there. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, it was packed out. They were begging for it.
They heard about me.
Damn, dude.
Hey, this is a guy who bombs for 30 out of 45 minutes, but that last 15, ooh, wait.
Did you bomb for 30 out of 45?
Oh, yes, sir.
Dude, it was real push and broom.
Yeah, it was my first set, dude. I was like my first set back after this pandemic shit. So I would start the first half of one joke and end it with the second half of it.
Yeah. You're Dr. Frankensteining your entire act.
Every joke was just a minotaur, dude. Oh, you know what? I'll tell this one thing though. It was funny because it was a small town, and I was like, this show is so packed in this small town. It feels like if I do well, I could be elected mayor. It was like, this town is so small. I bet the mayor's here. And then this lady goes, he is here. The mayor was legit there.
Dude, was he fucking wasted?
Yeah, he was hammered, and he looked like he looked like who's that guy who drove for Home Depot and he ran the guy over?
Tony Stewart.
Yeah, he looked like Tony Stewart.
Oh damn, dude, Tony Stewart ran the shit out of that guy over, dude. He fucking dude. There's a difference between running somebody over and like really running him over. Like Tony Stewart got that guy's fucking ass.
Well, it was a dirt track, right?
So he was racing dirt track. A lot of these guys kind of just do dirt track to have
like wiffle ballers.
Yeah, they do it to have a good time. Yeah. And this dude, this is where it gets pretty choppy. I mean, you can watch the video, but this dude, apparently him and Tony were rubbing, and some would say if you're not rubbing, you're not racing. And so something happened, and dude like got out of his car and I think went to throw his. I've seen this move quite a bit at the dirt track of people throwing their helmet at another car. And so I think dude went to do that move, and I think Tony Stewart tried to like spook him a little bit, but really he fucking clipped him and ran his ass over.
Did the guy die?
Yeah, he died.
Did
and Tony Stewart escaped justice yet again.
He had his own little eastbound and down.
Yeah, he just
drove away from.
He just bounced. Yeah.
So, is he racing NASCAR now?
No, he was already on his way out of NASCAR.
Oh, okay. So he's older.
Yeah,
how do you age out of that?
Yeah, and I mean, not everyone could be Mark Martin, dude. You remember Mark Martin in the Viagra car?
Yeah, dude. He was 75 years old.
Still racing, yeah. 75 years old, still racing and racing in the Viagra car. Yeah, I don't even think that Tony Stewart aged out. I think he was probably just fucking tired of racing, and he probably made a good amount of money off of it. So he's like, fuck the bullshit. I'm out of here.
Sometimes I'll slap down a few bucks on FanDuel and NASCAR without ever having any idea who the fuck these racers are.
Yeah, does it work out?
No, it's never worked out. It's better to know what's happening. I find.
Yeah. Did you bet at all? This is what we started talking about a minute ago. Did you bet at all on the UFC this weekend?
No, I bet. We'll talk about this fight later, but I bet on the Dillian White Alexander Povetkin fight, and your boy was right. But
how much you win?
Fucking nothing. It was like even money because everybody knew Dillian White was going to win. But you got into gambling, I hear, dude.
I went. I had a good and dark time this weekend gambling, dude. Because I just threw down $50 and I put down a bunch of. I'd follow in your lead, dude. I threw down a bunch of. I threw down $50.
Parlays?
No, I threw down prop bets, dude. I was throwing $5 on each fight to tie.
Yep.
At those odds are like plus 5,000, 6,000. So I was throwing that down, threw down a few things of like Tyron Woodley to win in round 1 or round 3. He got fucking
Woodley
rocked.
Hasn't won since the 90s.
Dude, I know. I was talking to Tyler and he was like, dude, Tyron Woodley, he's either gonna retire after he gets his ass kicked tonight or he's gonna come out with a vengeance. And the odds were great. So I threw down on that. They got his ass fucking rocked. The girls fighting, I threw down for one of the chicks to win in the 3rd round. But it sucked, dude, because the first two, I threw that one down to draw too. And round 1, round 2 was a split. So one of them won each round, Yeah. And so 3rd round, the other chick who I was betting on, she whooped ass for the first like minute and a half. And then she just kind of let it ride the rest of the time because she knew she won. Miranda Maverick.
Right.
And then I had put some money down on like Nagano to finish in the 5th round or something.
That guy's face up nice.
Dude, that guy's leg folded back like it was a kickstand. Stipe Miocic. That was awesome.
Yeah. That I knew that was going to happen, but I mean, it's easy to say that. Yeah, I know that Stipe had beaten him before, but dude, John Jones, I don't know what that's going to look like. John Jones fighting Nagano. Yeah,
dude, get my man some boner pills in a fucking car and let's get it rocking.
Get him the fucking Judge Dredd suit, dude. That's what he's going to need.
Dude, John Jones rocks. Nobody breaks the law like my man John Jones, dude.
Yeah. John Jones also, it's so funny too because he's got a little bit of a Joker quality to him or no, not the Joker, that's the wrong one, but like I can't think of the right villain, but he's like charming and he's like, really nice in interviews and thoughtful, but he's a rascal.
He's a rascal, dude. He'll get out on the road, take some boner pills, and pull a Tony Stewart at the dirt track. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude. We're going to get into, I mean, I'm glad you're doing all this foreshadowing because it really makes it look like a show, but we'll get into another boy who loves to break the law, Javonte Davis.
Is he breaking the law again?
My boy's looking at 8 years.
For that, okay. Well, let me finish this story.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know if I told you the whole story or not, but I had put it in the group chat. Well, I lost that $50 and, we were having a good night. We set up the backyard to watch the fight. I fucking made some burgers. We ordered some Wingstop. Like, we were really having a good one. Had quite a few Modelo's, a few tequilas, having a great time in the backyard. And then later that night, I came in here and I was looking back on my bookie. I'm a my bookie guy.
Are you? I'm a Bovada guy.
Yeah, I don't know why Bovada was giving me trouble. Even my bookie was giving me trouble. I had to call my bank for 20 minutes and tell them to allow me to make international purchases. So my bank thinks I'm probably buying bad porn online, not the bad type of porn. But the dude was cool. He was like, "Yeah, man, you should go for it, man."
I was talking to my friend through Bovada, and and he was like, "My bank won't let me deposit money into this. They're saying it's an international transaction." And I was like, "Yeah, it's .lv. It's Latvia." And he was like, "I thought that meant Las Vegas."
I thought it meant Las Vegas also. I totally. So does that mean that my bookie
a .Las Vegas?
I don't know. Is my bookie Argentina or something?
What's the dot?
.ag.
Yeah, that's probably Argentina. Yep.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they gave it to me. They gave it to me in
like
Bitcoin.
Antigua or some shit.
Yeah,
some weird
something.
island Caribbean country.
Yeah, all the people. It might be more Caribbean because there are some like pretty because I dipped into the live casino, which is a terrible idea. But so I lost the $50, and I was like, you know what? What's $50 to lose? You know,
and the $50 was all prop bets divided by 5, just $5 prop bets.
I put like 10, two $10 bets, and then the rest of it was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of just hoping anything hit, and I would have made a good amount of money. Especially those draws. Those draws are crazy money, dude.
Yeah. So who were you betting with any information at all? Or were you just asking fight fans that you?
I was asking Tyler, and then I was seeing what paid the most.
Because that's what I did with Anthony, and I ended up winning.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, I wish I would have got Anthony on the horn.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that Anthony was like comedy adjacent.
Comedy adjacent. He didn't stand up for 10 years.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was just your friend from high school.
No, he's my friend from high school who got me into comedy.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I just thought he was a guy. That's why I didn't ever tag him in anything online because I thought he was just a guy.
No. Yeah. No, he's just as bad off as we are.
Yeah, I wish I would have known. No, I would have been. But so I lose the $50. That's all gone. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I found the live casino. You could do live roulette. So it's a live, beautiful woman. She's throwing roulette and you pick your things. And I was like, you know what? I'll throw 50 down on black. I'll get it all back. I'll call it a night. But in the meantime, I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't I throw 10 on black 8 or 8? I don't even know if it's black 8 on 8. Cause last year in Vegas, I had put 20 on 8 and I won like $1,000. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I just do it. And that shit hit for fucking, I think like something like $480.
So you got overall. Your $50 back, you're saying?
Yeah, I got my $50. Yeah. And then I was like, well, yeah, then the rest of the 420 was house money, as you would say.
As my father would say, house money. There's no such thing as house money, Bruce.
Dude, your dad's voice was in my head big time, dude.
Dumb son of a bitch.
Dude,
house money.
Your dad's voice was big time in my head for this house money shit. And so I was like, because I played a few more spins and I knew it was bad when I was like dancing to the background music. I had one foot on the chair. I'm vaping, I'm drinking. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get out of here. I did 2 or 3 more spins. I won 2, lost 1. And so I was like, and dude, there's something about gambling online where you don't see it as the real money because it's not something you're touching in your hand. So when you're just clicking up to fucking 50, 75 on some of these spins, you don't feel a goddamn thing, dude. That is dangerous.
I don't know, man. I'm such a fucking penny rubber that like, I really do think I feel it just like I'm there. Like I'll put down, like I parlayed $10 on the Hawks. Hawks are on fire right now. They're looking like maybe the 3rd best team in the East right now behind the Bucks and Nets. And Trae Young has been playing great. John Collins has been playing great. So what I did was, and Clint Capella has been playing great. They've got like 3 legit stars. And so I put down John Collins will get 18 rebounds. Trae Young will score at least 25 points while making 4 3-pointers. And but I tied in where I fucked up is I tied in the Hawks winning to 1 because that meant that I put down, all I did was I just put my remaining balance down, which was nothing. It was like $11.
Yeah.
I put $11 down, but that would have paid like, I think it was like $300 and something.
Yeah. 18 rebounds is pushing it.
Clint Capella I hit on everything except the Hawks lost on a buzzer beating, like in the rim, out of the rim. Like it was.
Were you watching the game?
I'm actually watching basketball now. I used to just watch the numbers and the game cast on ESPN.com. Yeah. But now I'm watching the games and I was just like, no,
dude. It's like the beginning of Hardball with Keanu Reeves, where he's fucking knocking windows off of cars because he's losing all kinds of money on these bets.
Dude, I walked out like Hank Hill's boss at Strickland Propane. I'm coming in like fucking hair is askew. I'm sweating. My tie's undone. I'm like, well, sweetheart, we're gonna have to cancel that Airbnb up in the mountains.
yeah. Now I have to go do this show in Exeter to actually break even. Yeah, I was watching the fights when I had a little bit of anything on it was a really good time.
Yeah. So you walked away with what? You played a couple more spins. What'd you walk away with?
I think I walked away with like 4. 400 profit.
That's the 50. Oh, 400. So you got like 450 out. That's nice.
Well, no, because I put 100 in total. I think maybe 110 in total, something. I don't know. I honestly still need to double check because I haven't got it yet because it takes a couple days and they send you Bitcoin and maybe it's gone up, maybe it's gone down. So I'm waiting for it.
Way up right now.
I'm waiting for it to bang out in my wallet and I'll see what happens.
Remember when poker was big? I'm glad that's over.
Yeah, I don't like regular poker. I like video poker with the dog.
Yeah.
Bonus poker.
I mean, if there's video poker, that means there's titty touch, and I'm going to play titty touch instead.
What's titty touch?
I realize sometimes I say things and I realize that it's just my term for things. But
you talking about titty touch?
Titty touch is when they have the 2 naked pictures next to each other and you got to find the 5 things that are different.
I have no idea what that is. This is a gambling game.
Yeah, well, it's.
Like, this is your dad. This is your dad setting down 2 of the same Playboys and being like, "All right, $5. You find it fascinating."
He's cut and pasting with glue.
Yeah, like he's a Zodiac killer type dude. He's just like pasting these things.
He's putting a nose on a titty.
Holy shit! Yeah.
No. It's like all those video poker games, blackjack games. When you go to a bar and they have like 15 different games, one of the games is spot the difference.
Okay.
I don't think it's gambling. I don't think you really win money. I think it's just like an arcade game. But
I think it's just a cool way to see tits.
You put $1 and touch them. You titty touch, because you gotta point out the things that are different. So if like,
this sounds like a game you found when your dad made you go to the sports bar with him when you were younger.
All right, I'm gonna go play some titty touch.
Yeah,
dude. So I bet on the Dillian White Alexander Povetkin fight, which we previewed a little bit. If you remember, that was the fight that. It's a rematch from the fight in November. You remember that? The old fat Russian man.
Yes.
Dillian White was kicking his ass, but he got cocky, left himself open, caught an uppercut, and had one of the most epic knockouts of 2020.
Yeah, that was the one where you saw the guys like
lights out,
sweat go like.
Yeah, well, there
unreal.
was a few of those. But yeah, that one for sure. There was some sweat leaving his fucking head. He shaved his head for this fight. Maybe that in case he got caught again, he didn't want that kind of highlight. But Dillian White, I bet on him to win by knockout / TKO. Like they put that as the same thing. And I'm going to show you this knockout because you remember a fight we were talking about recently. I forget which fight it was, but I was explaining to you about the Vegas rules where if the ropes can't prevent a knockout in Las
Vegas. I think that was the British dude versus the other guy. No, it was the fight that we said went on for way too long.
Oh, the Oscar Valdez fight.
Yeah, where it looked like he was dead for half the fight.
This is a great example of why that rule is important because if you watch how the ropes just keep. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Watch how the ropes just keep Povetkin up, and it's like, stop the fight, dude.
On there from Dillian White.
Here it is. Watch this hook. He already looks punch drunk.
A lot of reddening just appeared on the forehead of Povetkin. Right hand.
Off the ropes.
And again, and he wobbles again. Little
off
left
the ropes
hand gets
again.
on the floor. White makes the breakthrough in the 4th round, just as he did back in the summer.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
So
Yeah,
if you
dude.
want-
This fight is not in Vegas.
No, this is in England.
Okay.
So
As bad as the
that
one he had
first
on
time he
himself.
hits the
Another good
ropes,
right hand
he's
there
out.
from Dylan White.
And watch this hook he catches for no reason because the rules are insane. So here it
Redmond
comes
just
right
appeared on
here,
the forehead of
out
He's got
on the
a
ropes,
left hand.
Oh yeah.
wobbling.
And
Caught
again,
that right here.
and he
This
wobbles
boom.
again. Listen, left hand
For
gets him on the
no
floor.
reason should he have caught that. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, the ropes did literally it was like in a dance battle where someone pushes someone like at a wedding where you get pushed into like a dance circle, literally like pushed him back into the fight.
yeah, exactly. That I just it's like I love boxing, but sometimes it's like they just let these fights go there because I mean his legs were given out. He was falling down, and then he caught a full force, wide open left hook from a heavyweight knockout artist. Too, Dillian White knocks motherfuckers out. Dillian White is the best non-title level heavyweight, I think, right now. Like, I don't think he'll ever beat an Anthony Joshua. I don't think he'll ever beat a Tyson Fury. I mean, he already lost to Anthony Joshua, gave him a good fight, but he lost to him. But in sad boxing news, our boy Gervonta Davis, we talked about him. We talked about how he's driving that stupid Lamborghini SUV.
We disagreed on stupid, but yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm testifying. I did not think it was stupid.
But our boy Gervonta Tank Davis is facing 14 different counts of what they're calling traffic violations. Now that sounds like pretty pedestrian, but those traffic violations are driving on a suspended license, hitting it, causing bodily harm, and leaving the scene. He also
Didn't he run like 8 miles or something?
first no, you made that up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Retract that statement.
Didn't he run to DC faster than the speed of light?
Oh yeah, because I was saying that if I was him, I would have ran with his conditioning. I would have ran 20 miles away and been like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. So he's caught on camera. He crashed into a 7-Eleven after he hit that car. So he fled the scene in the car, then crashed into a 7-Eleven, and then bolted. And you just, it's part of the.
Was he drunk?
Probably, because there's video apparently allegedly in this court case. What I read was that there's video of him unloading stuff from his car to another car, and then that car drives away, and then he runs away.
It's just video of him being like, "Man, I'm fucked up." What's that movie? The guy where he's like, "Look at me stealing TVs."
I don't know. That's essentially what was happening.
Yeah.
So he's facing 7 years, 55 days maximum. People are saying he's not going to get that, but he'll probably lose the prime of his career. Probably lose 1 or 2 because he's turned about. I think he's 26. So if he even goes away for 3 years, he's coming back at 29, 30 years old. That's not going to.
Yeah, and he's like, that's your guy right now, right?
I mean, I really like his boxing, but I'm not a huge fan of him removing
Of his driving. You're not a big fan of the way he drives.
I'm not a big fan of him removing his girlfriend from an all-star basketball game by her throat. But you gotta, it's one of those dudes where it's like the level of not giving a fuck, where it's like I'm in front of thousands of people and I'm just gonna pick my wife up by the front of her neck, the throat neck. The back neck. We've talked about this. That is a security move. You pin somebody by the back of their neck and you steer them. But when you're grabbing it by the front, it just doesn't look that good.
There's a lot of other handles on the body.
Yeah, exactly. So he's in a little bit of trouble. We're not going to get to see him decimate Ryan Garcia, which is
that was the fight that was like supposed to be the big one, right?
Well, it was,
or he was calling out Tank Davis, correct?
He was calling out Tank Davis. Tank Davis was calling him out. But Ryan Garcia, like, what he likes to do is he's like, I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. I'm fighting, not Triple G, but like he says he's making these huge fights. And then he just made another fight with some guy. And you can already see the media where it's like, dude, he's obviously going to beat this guy. And everybody's like, this is a serious step up for him because they know that he sells tickets and because he's so famous on social media that they're just already. It's just like the Artur Beterbiev fight. He's the light heavyweight champion. He just fought a complete patsy and annihilated him, and everybody's like, he is the greatest light heavyweight that's ever. And it's just the marketing is so fucking insulting.
Dude, I like Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he's a little too Christian for me.
Yeah. I mean, he's annoying. He's like an annoying kid. He seems like you remember like liar kids?
No.
Like not like a thing like kids at your elementary school who would lie and just be like, yeah, my dad threw a baseball through another person.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, my dad is just, and like that's what he kind of reminds me of.
My lies as a kid were like, yeah, my dad did the fastest route on as a mail carrier of anybody in the history of Biddeford, Maine. Where's my pussy, huh?
Dude, that should be your here's your sign catchphrase.
Where's my pussy, huh?
Yeah, that's you might be a redneck is where's my pussy?
I served for 3 years U.S. Army. Where's my pussy, huh?
Yeah, just a whole crowd of, where's my pussy?
I'd make a video like a Dennis Leary style video.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. Yeah, that sucks.
Where's my pussy now, huh?
Where's my pussy? Oh my God,
Christ! Yeah, so that's what's going on in boxing. One of the best boxers in the world is gonna go to jail. I miss when boxers went to jail for things like protesting the Vietnam War.
yeah.
Muhammad Ali gave up the prime of his career for a righteous reason, not fucking slamming your Lamborghini Uranus or whatever that fucking thing is called into a 2000. I love how they do such a subtle blast on the other people. Like if he ran into me, I would call the newspaper and be like, can you not tell them I drive a orange Honda Fit? Could you because they were like, he crashed his $9 million Lamborghini into a 2004 Toyota Solaris. And you're like,
Well, you know that person had great bodily injury because that fucking 2004 Solaris is fucking salvaged.
oh, for sure, dude. I would have had
airbags are full of cigarettes.
Yeah, dude, if a Lamborghini crashes into me, I'm bashing my head off the steering wheel 19 times.
I'm literally going to cut my dick off in the car. Fucking
exactly.
127 hour style.
I'll be like Jim Carrey, liar, liar, just slamming my head in a toilet seat. I'm kicking my ass.
Dude, that's a movie that me and you should make is 127 hours, but the guy gets his dick stuck.
I don't know 127 hours.
The movie where about the guy who
He cut his arm off.
Yeah, where he has to cut his own arm off because he gets stuck in between the rocks. It's me and you get our dick stuck in the vacuum at the car wash, and then they close for the weekend.
I get stuck on a frozen flagpole.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for summer. Oh damn, dude! Houston's whooping Oregon State's ass.
Yeah, I didn't choose Oregon State, so my
I almost put a little bit of dough on Oregon State.
My bets right now. This is going to be irrelevant to the people. Hold on 1 second here. My scores. So my final four, which one is already out, the other two are in it, was Gonzaga, Alabama, Baylor, and Michigan.
I didn't realize that nobody's ever had a perfect Final Four bracket.
There's no way that's true.
It's nobody's ever had a perfect one.
Nobody in the history of basketball tournament brackets has ever predicted an accurate Final Four. There's just no way that that's true.
Only one person has ever picked through the Sweet 16 correctly.
Yeah, 100% Sweet 16. People get the Final Four right all the time.
I'm saying 100% perfect bracket all the way through.
Oh.
The fuck you think I'm talking about?
I thought you were saying that nobody had ever accurately picked the four teams that make the Final Four.
No, what are you talking about? No, I'm saying like perfect bracket, pick the entire thing to fucking how it's going to work.
You're lucky. I was about to go fly to Oregon and beat your dumb ass up.
Dude, shut up. Dude, what's funny is, which is also kind of a liar kid thing, where there's like different stories about the longest a bracket has ever stayed perfect. And then there's one thing where they say that there's an unofficial bracket where somebody says that it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, my dad had a perfect bracket.
Yeah. My dad picked Florida International University to make it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
He's a genius. Those are always the kids whose dads hate them.
Yeah. There was a widely reported instance of a bracket that was perfect through 2 rounds in 2010. Oh wait, I read something the other day about how this person was saying they had a perfect bracket, but it was like an unsubstantiated thing. Dude,
if it was true.
What do you got? I just lost the
okay.
The thing. Here.
Well, let's get into. We got to pay tribute to one of the premier athletes of this century and the century past has retired. It's not
the legend.
Often, it's not very often people have a 40-year plus career at the top of their game. Pete Weber, professional bowler, who I mistakenly claimed, I believe on this podcast or maybe a different one, that Bill Murray from Kingpin was based off of him. But apparently Bill Murray's character in Kingpin was just a little seasoning of Pete Weber, but it was mostly this guy, Ernie Schlager, right?
Oh, Ernie Schlager.
I was looking up Ernie Schlager, and he's not nearly as interesting as Pete Weber. Pete Weber he's one of those guys. I operate the same way. I need to feel slighted. I need to feel angry. I need to find somebody who's watching me perform. I need to assume they hate me, and then I need to learn to hate them. And then that's where I work from. I swear to God, I've watched video after video of him beefing with somebody in the audience, and I think he's completely in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't even tell if they exist or not. Yeah, because he's most famously known. He's the "Who do you think you are? I am" guy. Do you have the "Who do you think you are? I am" clip queued up? Can we? Okay, because I was gonna say he's completely psychotic, and it's just there's things like bowling and other sports like that where I don't think there's a lot of big personalities.
Here's Pete Weber in his finest hour. You'll notice the wraparound sunglasses. You'll notice the sleek, moisture-wicking bowling jersey. You'll notice he likes to blow on his fingers like his fingers are smoking. And
you'll notice the shockingly white crowd.
Yeah, exactly. And also notice that Motel 6 is their sponsor.
I didn't even notice that, but it's so big. It's huge. That's so funny because they probably have to stay at Motel 6 as that's the sponsor. God damn it.
How many brawls have happened in the Motel 6 parking lot after the ferocious shit talking that happens?
Oh, with Pete Weber, dude. Pete Weber's I can't even imagine how many fights he's gotten into. I can't even imagine how many styrofoam cups he's had knocked out of his hand at the bowling alley.
All right, here he goes.
62nd last week.
This is the best.
Won by Mike Minimum. And now going for the front.
Oh, wait, this is the suck it.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Oh.
He's getting closer.
Well, let's see him suck it again. One more. Give him one more, Pete.
Revenge on Wes Malott.
Show him the replay. And then this is where he comes down. This is where he comes in with this is my second favorite thing right here at the end. That's right. Dude, he's so fucking funny.
Okay. Here I guess I labeled these wrong.
I hit him up to get him on the pod, but he's shockingly hard to reach. You know what sucks is as soon as I hit him up, we got I don't know if it was on my personal page or what, but I got this professional bowler liked a bunch of my stuff, and I thought it might be Pete Weber, but it fucking was just some other dildo.
Well, maybe we interview him. I mean, is there anything more fat jocks than interviewing a mid-tier? What's a pussy like as a mid-tier bowler? Do you really stay at a Motel 6?
Dude,
Okay.
Pete Weber would give us a straightforward answer. Be like, I've got more pussy than anybody ever else. Dude, look at these glasses. These glasses, I know they're probably expensive, but these are real dad mowing the yard glasses.
They look like the ones that reflect the shine off the water for when you're fishing. They look like those kind of glasses. They look like they're like also construction safety glasses that look kind of cool.
Or those glasses that help you find your golf ball easier.
His face is like a little bit of Richard Nixon shape.
Yeah. He's got great hair too.
Yeah. He's got that Jack Nicholson. I could do that. That's what my forehead looks like. Should I start doing that?
Those like double little bit of widow's peak right there.
I got the double widow's peak.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that too, dude. It's not great.
I love it, dude. Look how good he looks, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I have nothing negative to say about Pete Weber.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because you don't want any of that Pete Weber fire. And here,
let's see it.
You guys are about to find out where.
Let's see it, dude.
From.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are?
That's
right. God damn it.
it's just on ESPN, and they're not expecting anything like that, so there's no delay on it. So they're just him. That's right. God damn it. Another 5. Who do you think you are? I am. Is truly, truly beautiful.
I like how he left out, but he knows what you're saying. Who do you think you are? God? No, I
am. That's right.
That's right,
dude. I would, man. I'm gonna work harder to get him on here because
we love him, dude. Pete Weber also, like what we were mentioning earlier, where he'll pick a fight with a guy in the audience where he'll be like, "Can you stop moving? Can you stop moving?"
Will he?
Yeah, he'll be like,
"Oh man,
do not move during my approach. I know who you are. I know who you are." And then he'll bowl a strike, and he'll come back, and he'll just stare at a person in the crowd as he's walking back, and he'll like walk into the next guy who's about to bowl because he's staring eye contact with a guy that I'm pretty sure is living entirely in his head.
Yeah, I love that.
He'll roll a strike, and he'll have this made up enemy in the crowd. He'll roll a strike. He'll look at him, and he goes, "It's called sportsmanship."
It's called, oh dude, well that's like Michael Jordan level shit, where Michael Jordan was constantly looking for somebody to slight him and then would use that as motivation to fucking do all the crazy shit that he did.
Yeah, exactly. You just like, he would read the papers and try to figure out how to misconstrue a quote as a personal insult. Yeah, Pete Weber, same thing. That's how I do comedy. That's right.
You have to feel slighted.
I walk off stage, I go, "It's called sportsmanship."
I'm a little bit of the same way too, dude. I'll just take these perceived slights that are just like nothing, and I'll fucking lash out at people. And man,
yeah, my whole career is leading up to a point where I just need something from Netflix because they fired me as a caterer.
I
want to fucking. I just want to be able to say something into a camera on Netflix, trashing Netflix. That's just my dream. It doesn't even have to be. Even if I was an extra and I just got in a "fuck Netflix" written in Sharpie on a white T-shirt.
Yeah, you just run in there like you're Morgana.
I run right across the set of like, what's a Netflix show? Narcos. Where are they now? Narcos Canada.
Yeah,
Narcos Canada. And I'm like, "That's right. Who do you think you are?" I am.
It's called sportsmanship.
It's called revenge. So a real one, Pete Weber. I forgot to look into your stats. I assume you're great.
Oh, dude, yeah. He has wins and he's bowled over 85 perfect games, dude. I mean,
I wonder what the big ones are probably like like Sandusky, Ohio. He won the Rochester / Albany.
No, dude, he has right here. He has 5 US Open titles are the most by any bowler in history, dude.
Dude, see, that's where we get into. We get into 5-time champions. You don't get to get on this podcast unless you're a 5-time champion.
Dude, exactly.
Stevie, Pete Weber, Tom Brady. These guys are Robert Ory. These are people we will allow on the show.
Booker T.
Richard Petty.
Dude, Booker T, the 5-time WCW champion.
What if we got Richard Petty? We would have to edit the shit out of that one.
No way, dude. He was like, "No, they're down there bitching in the pit over the damn rope. That ain't no."
Talking about Black Lives Matter. And you're like, "All right, Richard."
Yeah, thanks, Richard. Appreciate it. Tony Stewart, he killed that man.
He's a good guy. I like Tony.
Yeah, Tony was actually driving
racer. A murderer.
Yeah, Tony was actually driving that Challenger in Charleston.
He's also driving the Challenger up in space.
Yeah, he blew it up. He ejected and then fucking blew it up. That's what I don't want to tell you is that the Challenger pilot actually ejected right before he blew it up.
Exactly. And that man was Joe Biden. Anyway, so congratulations on a great career, and also thank you, Pete Weber, for providing us with one of those broadcasting segues that we are such a fan of. So as you saw earlier, I kind of blew it. I played the Suck It, and you saw that Pete Weber Suck It. I personally am going to call that the third best athlete doing the what's funny when you the D-Generation X. Triple H Suck It. When you want to find on YouTube athletes doing the Suck It, you got to call it a crotch chop because a lot of the people who put those videos up didn't even know it was wrestling or DX. So it'll be like Atlanta Falcon does a crotch chop after intercepting a New Orleans Saint.
No way, dude.
And there's good ones. There is the Atlanta Falcon one doing it. There's also a New Orleans Saints defensive coach after beating Carolina in some close game. I think they won the division on it. He did a suck it. There's great suck it's throughout history, but Pete Weber, number 3. And now I present to you the top 2 suck it's of all time. Excuse me. I now present to you the top 2 sports suck it's of all time, because the first 100 are all wrestlers.
Oh yeah. The first 100 are all X-Pac.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the best sports ones. My favorite suck it of all time is Brett Favre. Now this is a game I remember vividly. This is peak autistic Brian Vokey, just like watching every second and memorizing every stat, just like obsessed with the Packers. This is 1998. I'm in junior high. I just moved to Georgia. I have no fucking friends. This is literally a month after I moved to Georgia.
This is truly what zero pussy does to a motherfucker.
Where's my pussy, huh?
I know every fucking stat. Where's my pussy?
I know Coy Detmer's completion percentage from 1998. Where's my pussy, huh? This is a game. The Packers are, I believe at the time, like 8-4, and the Eagles are like 2-10 or something like that. It's like roughly around there. The Packers are headed to the playoffs. The Eagles are just bombing. I believe Donovan McNabb was the original starting quarterback. I think he was out with an injury. So Coy Detmer, younger brother of Ty Detmer, who was Brett Favre's backup. They're good friends, Ty Detmer. Ty Detmer then left Green Bay to become a pretty damn good quarterback with, I believe, the Jaguars. If I remember, no, Mark Brunell went to the Jaguars. I don't remember where Ty Detmer was, but he was good. He was okay. But Coy Detmer was a fucking nobody. And he gets to start, I believe, you can fact check me on this. I'm not sure if I'm right. I think he was a third string starter at this point. I think they were down because I believe Doug Peterson was the backup to Donovan McNabb. I believe it went Donovan, Doug Peterson, and then third stringer was Coy Detmer. Doug Peterson's hurt. Coy Detmer comes in to start. You know, they're a shitty team with a shitty record, and they're playing a really good Green Bay Packers team led by Brett Favre. So the Eagles jump out ahead. Coy Detmer is way too excited about this lead that they got out. And as you will see in these, all I could find of this footage is that somebody broke down the story via GIFs. They just GIFed out all the clips from the dramatic points of this game. So the first one we're going to see, watch how the Eagles offensive lineman just is like, dude, fuck, that's Brett Favre. Can you not pretend to be butt fucking a girl right now? Because Coy Detmer does what I guess this celebration is known as the whipping stick.
Oh yeah.
Look at the lineman. The
lineman literally escorts him off the field, dude.
Look at that. He's fucking a chick from behind because his
lineman is pissed.
His team's up 7-0 in like the first quarter against Brett Favre, peak Brett Favre. So then the Eagles jump out ahead even further. So okay, at that point they were they were down 10-0. They were still losing when he was doing that whipping thing. They were down 10-7 now. The Eagles score again, take a 13-10 lead. Coy Detmer continues to talk shit to the bench. His lineman again pushes him, just fucking go to the bench, rookie. Look at this. He's just like, how many times am I going to have to tell you that is Brett Favre? So Brett Favre, they come back and they win the game. Brett Favre is loving it. Watch him here. This is one of the best suck it. Not the first suck it, the second one.
Ooh,
right here, and then this one.
Boom, dude. He's doing classic degeneration X with the X over it.
The reason why, because the other one is funnier. Number one, I'll agree. The number one, but the whole context of this, some rookie who's in the first half has a lead against a Hall of Fame quarterback, and him coming back with suckets, but also perfect, like Brett Favre from Kiln, Mississippi. He's like, I actually watch wrestling. This is how you fucking do it. Look at this form.
Yeah, that might be the best one. That's also peak Degeneration X time.
You can see fireworks behind him when he does it. But I'll
Dude.
let you break down number one. So let me go ahead and click in here to number one.
What do you calling number one, dude? Oh, you're calling the Ichiro Suzuki the number one. That is my favorite one. We actually are now using this in the Fat Jocks theme intro video. So this is just classic Ichiro, which I was telling you because you just didn't know that much about it. Ichiro is hilarious.
I had no clue
that he like here. I
always think of like people like him who are like just good forever are kind of Tom Brady-ish. Like, yeah. I don't picture I pick Ichiro being like all business. You know what I mean?
No, dude, he's pretty silly. Like here, I'll share one with you here. Ichiro is very funny. There's a few, him and there's another guy. I can't remember if the guy's, I don't want to say it's Kawasaki, but I think his last name is Kawasaki, who was playing for the Blue Jays a couple years ago.
Who was motorcycle brands?
Yeah. Dude, this guy's so fun. There's a video of the dude Kawasaki where he was like, there's a video of him drinking champagne after the Blue Jays like won a playoff series or whatever. And he's like, has a very, very thick Japanese accent. He's hilarious. He's like a fan favorite dude. And he's like drinking the champagne. He's like, yeah, they're like, yeah, how is it this? And he goes, oh, it's very fun. And he goes, man, I'm drunk right now. Go to the Ichiro video. Ichiro, this is he's being asked by Bob Costas what his favorite American expression is.
What is your favorite American expression?
August in Kansas City, it's hotter than two rats in a fucking wolf sock.
So he's trying to say that August in Kansas City is hotter than two rats fucking in a wool sock. Dude, so just hilarious. So then this video is him hitting a walk-off home run against Mariano Rivera, which is just, I mean, those two even facing each other is sick. But then I don't know the backstory behind it, but the entire team you can see when he comes around to home plate is kind of waiting for him to do it a little bit. And it's so funny. And for some reason, it's so smooth the way he does it.
Should we watch we're going to watch the whole at bat just because this is so exciting. And opening day weekend is this weekend, right?
Yeah. Coming up.
And you guys just to remember that baseball can be exciting. Check this out.
Out of 28,935 on their feet now. A couple of Hall of Famers going head to head. There's a drive. Woo! Going back switcher. Ichiro has beaten Mariano Rivera with a 2-run.
I mean, one of the best hitters of all time, one of the best pitchers of all time facing each other.
Also, back-to-back game winner walk-offs for him, apparently.
Yeah. Watch the way that it seems like the entire team is waiting for him to do it when he comes around home plate right here. Dude, the bounce on it is so fucking funny.
The great thing about that is Ichiro's probably 40 at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because Felix Hernandez was on the field. So this is a while ago. I mean, this is not that long ago, rather.
Yeah. Dude, so funny.
Yeah. Ichiro. The whole context of that, him just being, he rules, dude.
Well, there's a video I was telling you where he took some live at bats in spring training this year. And there's some video of him and Mike Cameron taking live at bats. And he's just like crushing the entire time during the at. He like flies out or something. But the entire time he's like making the entire dugout laugh. It's fucking great.
Baseball players are the funniest of all the sports.
Yeah. Dude, I mean,
I saw that downtime. There's just so much time to riff.
Yeah. Yeah, there's constant riffing. So even on the field, people are fucking around.
Yeah. I mean, you got in between pitches, you've got, times where you're not waiting to get up on bat. There's so much time to riff. And there's so many different people to riff with. You can riff with the people you're in the outfield with, there's bullpen riffing, there's umpire riffing, there's base coach riffing. And
there's a lot of language barrier. So that kind of riffing is always very funny. Like whenever I was working minor league, there was this dude, Henry Rodriguez, who he played a few games in the MLB, but he was never good. And I was very fat at the time. I was much fatter than I am now. And,
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to see a photo of that.
Perfect. Yeah. I'll pull it up.
Are you wearing a Bat Boy uniform?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, why is that not the logo?
Dude, but this guy Henry would be like, "You hungry?" And I'd be like, "No." And then he would be like, "You always hungry." Where he doesn't have like the concept of the English language enough to just straight up call me fat. He'd go, "You hungry? You always hungry."
I think he has a perfect concept of the English language.
No, I just don't think he has enough to be like, "You are fat." No, he's just like, he knows hungry and always you always hungry.
Gordo.
Dude, so fucking funny. Yeah. I mean, quickly, what's up?
I was gonna say, let's get into the baseball stuff you had, and then we'll call it quits.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, quickly, just this kind of touches on how terrible minor league baseball is. A Mets minor leaguer, Jesus Camargo Correales, was arrested in Colorado after methamphetamine was found in a Chicago Cubs duffel bag.
And when you say methamphetamine, you don't mean like he didn't find a bump that the guy was doing.
No, we're not talking Josh Hamilton. We're talking Narcos Denver.
Yeah, Scarface shit.
Yeah, 21 pounds of methamphetamine and 1.2 pounds of oxycodone pills.
Damn, is that a Hank Williams Jr. song?
Yeah. So this dude, I mean, he's in Tempe, or he's saying he's coming from Tempe or wherever. So he's from Sinaloa.
Oh.
So what I believe happened here is because the other two dudes in the car were also minor leaguers and who didn't have any whatever. So, but this is like his baseball bag. There's gloves, there's cleats, there's all this shit in there. So he's saying that he's going from Phoenix to Denver to teach a baseball clinic or something. Also, what's funny about the article is they say that a police canine named Zane is the one who found it. Yeah, so they like would say the dog's name.
Yeah, he's a fan.
Oh, interesting right here that the several packages wrapped in white plastic with labels that said CO. So they were like being sent to Colorado. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So apparently what he said is that he was given this bag in Sinaloa and was given $500 to deliver it to Denver. So it's literally just kind of showing how shitty the minor leagues are, is that $500 is like life-changing money.
Yeah. Also, I wonder if you're from Sinaloa and you're playing minor league baseball, if the cartel doesn't just like snatch up your cousin and it's like, hey, you need
and be like, yeah, you're going to do whatever we want for $500.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like whenever, we got to have Sanchez back on. We talked to before on the other podcast about like playing baseball in Mexico and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He was great. What was his name? Mark Sanchez?
Not Mark. I don't know why off the top of I'm just in this zone right now and I can't remember off the top of my head, but he's a sick dude.
21 pounds of meth and those oxys. I wonder if he was just selling to his players. To his like team.
No, I bet he's delivering that shit. And I bet that they were just like, oh, nobody's going to suspect you. You're like a minor league baseball player. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, they were wrong about that. And like we got into that with Joseph Parker, the heavyweight, like number 5 or 6 ranked heavyweight champion in the world. I mean, excuse me, not champion, but number 6 ranked heavyweight fighter.
Yeah.
Also been indicted in a methamphetamine ring in New Zealand. But that guy was making money.
What's the deal with these dudes who are transporting drugs and they always get pulled over for like drifting in the lane and like doing all kinds of dumb shit? Why can't you just drive good?
Because I feel like the kind of mentality it takes to move 21 pounds of meth means you're probably a little reckless.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It goes with the territory.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, dude. So to wrap it up, talk about some just how the MLB is gross. MLB is bad. They suck all around. Minor league baseball is bad. MLB is bad. Do you know anything about service time?
Nothing. I mean, I know that. No, the answer is no.
So service time manipulation is a big deal right now because of Kevin Mather. Remember where Kevin Mather in that call was like, yeah, we got this prospect. He's like, but don't worry, you're not going to be seeing those guys on opening day.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because this happened with Chris Bryant. I'm pretty sure it happened with Bryce Harper. I'm not 100% sure if it happened with Tatis or not. It happened with Vlad Jr. Has happened to a lot of guys where they'll have these mega prospects in their system, but they won't call them up until something like let's say, what is it? Something like a month into the season.
Does that affect their contract?
Yes, that's what service time is. So service time is in the MLB, whenever you sign with the team, you have to have 6 years of service time before you get into free agency and 3 years of service time before you get into arbitration. So for those first 3 years of your career, pretty much no matter what, they can give you the league minimum, and that's that. And then after that 3 years, you guys can go into arbitration, and the team can still be like, no, fuck you. We don't agree on what your contract is. Here's what we'll bump it up a little bit. Maybe here's what we'll actually give you. Mm-hmm. And so teams, here's how it works is that the Major League season, sorry, I just lost this word. So the Major League season technically lasts 187 days, and each day spent on the active 26-man roster earns a player 1 day of service time. And so service time isn't like a calendar year thing. It's an MLB year thing. So 187 days is going to give you 1 year of service time. Gotcha. And so a player is deemed to reach 1 year of service time after getting 172 days, whether in a single year or accumulated across multiple years. Typical season lasts, 183 days, whatever.
So one Ben is exactly under that.
Yes. So, and that's just from being on the roster or on like the injured reserve. So these teams will like purposefully manipulate that so that way they can basically keep this person in their grasp an extra year.
Right.
Like, and they do that constantly with these players.
With other young prospects who are oftentimes in baseball, the best players are those underpaid prospect players. And then you got these bloated old contracts, old people getting these giant contracts. But I guess now when you hear about this, it's like, get as much money as you can, no matter how much you stink.
So what's interesting too is that it also comes into play for players who are later in their career. So players with at least 10 years of Major League service time who have spent the past 5 years with the same team can get what's called 10-5 rights. And under those circumstances, a player can veto any trade that's proposed.
Just at a time served?
Yeah. So if you've played for 10 years completely and the last 5 have been for the same team, you can veto any trade.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, and that's just like MLB player association stuff, but MLB is just constantly fucking everybody over. But the service time thing has always kind of been like a hush hush thing. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's kind of stoked right now because with Kevin Mather coming out and being like, yeah, we fuck them over, man. Like, so then the next time these player association things come back around, it's probably not going to.
They got a huge leg up in arbitration now.
When they start. Multiple players were like, thanks, Kevin Mather. Like, thanks for bringing this to the forefront. Like Josh Donaldson and Trevor Bauer, like all these guys.
That's great. Because every single one of those people have been through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense now. I think about that when he's not a Red Sox anymore, but Rafael Devers was like considered the best minor league prospect in all of baseball.
Yeah. And everyone's like, call them up. Like there's no reason like these dudes could literally, that's kind of even what he was saying is Kevin Mather in that thing was like, no matter what happens, no matter how good their spring training is, they will not be on the team to start.
Right.
Dude, like not Rafael Palmeiro. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was like crushing it in spring training, crushing it in the minor leagues. And they're like, call him up now. And the team's like, no, they'll say anything. Like he needs to see some more at bats. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. The teams will never
baseball life.
Yeah. The teams will never come out and be like, no, we have to. Literally this service time manipulation thing just buys these teams another year.
Let me ask you this. I don't know if you know the answer to this, but say you're like a decent AAA guy and you get called up a game here, a game there. How does your contract work? So you get pulled up, you're in the major leagues for one game, and then you get shot back down to AAA. That one day, do you make a major league rate?
A major league day rate? Yes. You're not going to get paid for the entire year of the major league thing unless you're on that 26-man roster, because there's 26-man rosters and there's 40-man rosters. And there's a lot of people on the 40-man roster who aren't in the major leagues. And those are just people like your Rafael Devers and your other guys like that who are on the 40-man rosters where I don't know how much they're doing this anymore, but in the playoffs, the rosters expand to 40 from 26. So it gives the teams a little bit of
wiggle room. Yeah.
Wiggle room with these other guys.
The best person in the best possible situation. That's why when you're seeing a baseball game and you're like, how has there been 10 pinch runners?
Yeah.
9 pinch hitters in this one inning? It's because their rosters are expanded.
Yeah. So you're going to get that major league day rate if you're playing that thing. And you're also going to get,
that's a thing.
I mean, that's how you're going to get paid. You're not going to, yeah.
I wonder what that is. Do you know roughly?
I mean, I know that the league minimum is 550,000 for a year. Oh, dude, Oregon State is within 4. They were down 17.
Are you an Oregon homer now that you live there?
No, I just know a bunch of dudes are fucking from up here. Fucking love this shit. Yeah, Oregon State's about to come back. Maybe. Holy shit.
MLB teams pay their minor leaguers as little as $400 a week.
Dude, MLB players make nothing.
We never got into fully Bernie Sanders talking about that. But anyway, again, what I like is his last like 10 years or so, the rich people like Richard Sherman, and every league has their own Richard Sherman. And in boxing, Terrence Crawford does this shit a lot where they really expose how like on a level they're exploited. Like if you can just ignore the millions and the billions, because people don't really understand the difference between billions and millions. So like the players have really been like calling out the owners and the administrators.
Yeah. It's like the Earl Thomas stuff a few years ago where he was like just saying how much he's getting.
Thomas.
Yeah. And then he fucking broke his leg because they kept fucking franchise tagging him.
And him just flipping off his own home team crowd.
Yeah, he's flipping off his own team, dude, Stone Cold style.
And they still loved him because he rules.
Yeah, he's a fucking
he
best.
also gets like, he went to the Ravens or somewhere and they were like, you got to go, dude, because he practiced too hard. I mean, yeah, I love Earl Thomas.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, anyway. All right, well, let's close it there. So we're wishing the best to Pete Weber. We hope we can get his ass on the podcast. Pretty excited about Yastrzemski. I will get into that later. I didn't know about him, and now
he's great.
I'm obsessed with him, dude. I love the Giants too. I mean, if he's not going to be on the Red Sox, I love that he's on the Giants.
Yeah, but I think he's after he gets that couple years of service time. Yeah. It'd be crazy for him not to go.
All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for listening.